Greetings, future Tigers. Thank you for joining us for virtual chats with undergraduate admissions and recruitment here at Jackson State University. Thank you for joining us for virtual chats. We have virtual chats on Mondays and Fridays at 1 o'clock p.m., and we are so glad you decided to join us on today. As always, we have information that is vital to your enrollment here at Jackson State. And we have invited today our Air Force ROTC program to join us. We have Captain Angelo Rogers, and he is the recruiting officer for the Air Force ROTC program, Detachment 006. How are you doing today?
Great, ma'am. How about yourself?
I'm well. We're so glad you could make it.
Thank you for the invite.
Thank you. So today, we want to make sure that we share with students information about our Air Force ROTC program here at Jackson State. Because a lot of times we go to various college fairs and students have a lot of questions about this particular area. And we want to make sure that they know that Jackson State does have an Air Force ROTC program. And so could you tell the students that are interested in the program what are the requirements to be a part of the Air Force ROTC program if they're interested when they come in the fall?
I just want to give a caveat about having an Air Force ROTC detachment at Jackson State University, because it is a huge deal. With it being at Jackson State University, Detachment 006 is the only Air Force ROTC detachment in the state of Mississippi at an HBCU. So that's a huge deal. It's something major to be a part of, a large legacy to be a torchbearer and carry that torch on as you leave the university here. So to qualify for something of that magnitude, however, also takes not the utmost qualifications, but qualifications that will help make you a better student. What are those qualifications? We need to be physically fit. We need to be physically active. Within the program, we'll have 2 physical training sessions a week. We'll also have a physical training assessment once a semester. And then on top of that, we have our leadership lab, which is a class in which the upperclassmen, through their experimentation, it is a laboratory, that they create the curriculum to help in the development of the underclassmen, the freshmen and sophomore cadets. In order to qualify as a cadet in the program, very simple: maintain a 2.5 GPA, be a U.S. citizen, be enrolled as a full-time student at the university or one of the universities in our crosstown consortium, and you have to have an attendance within the program of 80%. Once we have all of those requirements met, we can get you enrolled and continue you in the program through your critical point of being selected as a trainee for field training, which is our 14-day leadership assessment in between the sophomore and junior year.
Sounds good. Now, you did say something about the physical training.
Yes, ma'am.
You said 3 days a week?
It'll be 2 days a week.
2 days a week?
2 days a week. Will that be enough to get you to where you want it to be for the test? Maybe, maybe not, depending on our physical fitness level prior to entry in the program and throughout our stint in the program. But it will give you the basic fundamentals so that you know what you need to do outside of your time with us in ROTC to help better your score and get those scores that you're aiming for.
Sounds good. Now, let me ask you a question though. Like with the physical, do they have to get up early in the morning to complete that?
It will be some early mornings. But it'll only make you a better student, because that 8 o'clock That's easy. That's lunchtime for you. No, I'm just kidding. We are in the middle of a transition, and those times may change. They may not change. However, right now, as it stands, we do our physical training sessions Tuesdays and Thursday mornings, and that'll be from 6 to 7. And then on Wednesdays, we have our leadership laboratory, and that'll be in the mornings from 6 to 8.
Okay. So, well, let me ask you another question. So, okay, we know about the requirements. Can you tell them what is some of the benefits, though? Like, what is a major benefit of being a part of the Air Force program here at Jackson State?
One of the major benefits that I've seen cadets that have stuck with the program, cadets that went in the program and for whatever reason they decided to leave, the overall satisfaction that they all say about the program is the fact that they were given lifelong bonds with some people that some call friends, some call significant others, however you may call it, but it gives you an avenue to surround yourself with people that are all striving for excellence, and that tenet, it keeps a lot of people enrolled in school. It keeps a lot of people active, held accountable. It gives them a safe haven, a place to feel safe, a place where they have us as staff, people in their corner who they can talk to about personal things, school-related things, physical things, whatever they want to choose out of the gambit. And for us, that's satisfying because it signals to us that we're creating an environment for those bonds to flourish, and that more than anything should be appreciated and reveled in. Something else that a lot of students are, in hindsight, they're very much appreciative of is it's a very calculated approach to your development as a student and as a cadet towards graduation. And what I mean by that is once you come back, if you are selected to become an upperclassman in the program, you are at that point contracted as a cadet. As a contracted cadet, you're signing saying, hey, I'm going to graduate in the fiscal year of 2020. If I don't graduate within the fiscal year 2020, all things are out the window. And so it's an extra level of accountability that gets the vast majority of our cadets to graduate.
Oh, that's awesome. So, like, say for instance, there's a student that's interested in the program, but they're interested in scholarships. Does the Air Force ROTC program offer scholarships?
We do offer scholarships. So, just to backtrack a little bit, coming into the program, you have absolutely zero commitment to the Air Force or any line of service for simply signing up and trying it out for a semester. Try it out for a semester, you don't like it, okay, no, nothing owed. As far as our scholarships are offered. We do have our freshman scholarships that are available to compete, and there'll be a couple categories that will go into that. And that'll primarily be your standardized test scores. So whether that be ACT or SAT, your GPA, if you have a GPA, your physical fitness scores from the test that we'll take, and also your commander's recommendation. And that is based on your performance within the program throughout the semester. And so based on those, on that criteria, they go into a national bucket where they're racked and stacked, and then they'll take X% and say they'll get scholarships. Now, going back to what I originally opened up today with about Det 006 being the only Air Force ROTC detachment at a HBCU in Mississippi is that HBCU commanders are given extra money out of pocket where they're able to give, don't quote me on this, but I believe 2 scholarships each semester. And so based on that availability of funds, it increases your odds for scholarship attainment at an HBCU in our Air Force ROTC.
That sounds awesome. So,
Before you go there,
okay.
just to speak on some of the perks, because it is a very lucrative scholarship. So here at Jackson State, it'll cover your tuition and fees. It will also give you a monthly stipend that will change depending on your categorization in school. So a freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. And you also get a book stipend once a semester. So it's a pretty nice deal to come out on top of that. So
Yeah, that's a good scholarship.
yes, ma'am.
That's a really good scholarship. So as we start, kind of beginning to wrap up, another thing I'd like to know, you were talking about the upperclassmen. Okay, so the upperclassmen, does that mean that they are upperclassmen, that they are in the program? Does that mean that they are definitely going to the Air Force when they graduate, or how does that work?
As long as they graduate within their specified year, yes.
Okay.
And there are changes that can be made to that because we realize life happens.
Yeah.
However, 8 times out of 10, that's going to be a future lieutenant in the United States Air Force or United States Space Force, because we now have the ability to commission cadets with a qualified job qualification into the United States Space Force.
That's awesome. And I don't think students understand that is amazing, literally, and that you have it all here at Jackson State. So it's definitely very good for a student who is interested in potentially going to the Air Force one day. And that you have all of the resources that you need. And something about the Air Force ROTC program, they have their own building here on campus, and they have staff available here to assist you if you have any questions. As we close out, can you provide them with the contact information of who they can reach out to if they have any additional questions regarding the Air Force ROTC program here at Jackson State?
Yes, ma'am. So here at Jackson State, we're a staff of 4 cadre members. So myself, our commander, Lieutenant Colonel Reed, our operations flight commander, Captain Carlos Palmer, myself as the recruiting officer and education officer, and Staff Sergeant Ian Tracy as our administrator. That comprises our team. As far as our availability, we're available 5 days a week, during business hours. Also via email. You can email us as a detachment at afrotc@jsums.edu. You can also give us a call at 601-979-1443. And for those brave souls who are interested and just want to have a different taste of another side of what a college experience is like, they can also check out the website WINGS, that's WINGS.homecenter, HOLMCENTER.com, and create a username and password, and once they have that login, they can start that process of the application. It's a little bit of paperwork involved. And just as a side note, if you are seriously looking into it and you knock that out, that'll pop up on us, and we'll see that and reach out from there. But also something that would expedite is bringing your original birth certificate and social security number, because like I said, we have to verify citizenship.
Okay.
But once we have those out of the way, the sky is yours, and hey, we're ready to fly.
All right. Well, thank you, Captain Rogers. I think this has been some good information for our students, those considering Jackson State, those who we know are coming in the fall to Jackson State. So we appreciate all of that good information. And students, don't forget, in the comment box, we will list all of the contact information for the Air Force ROTC program. So if you still have questions, at the end of the broadcast, feel free to reach out to the Air Force ROTC program, Detachment 006, in particular, Captain Rogers. We thank you again for joining us for virtual chats here at Jackson State University with admissions and recruitment. We are on every Monday and Friday at 1:00 p.m. We value you and we thank you for joining us, and join us again for more information that's very, very important to you and all for you. We thank you and we'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.